one of the biggest sort of shocks to Clubland in London was that following 2 drug-related deaths, Fabric was closed down.
Yes.
That had a huge impact, and people were sort of calling for it to be reopened.
Yeah.
What was your experience around that time of how that affected clubs in general?
Well, I was working in telly by that time, and in fact, when we made the TV show about the scene, DNXC, Keith is the only time Keith Riley, the owner of Fabric, ever did it for me. Like, you know, he's got a really good interview about it. Look, I mean, my view is, and I absolutely understand, if you can't stop, you know, sometimes people bring in a drug that's the size of a smint. What you can do, you know, strip search people, it's impossible. And as Keith rightly said, if you can't stop drugs getting into a prison, if you can't stop drugs getting into, you know, across the borders, what chance have we got? It's a place of entertainment. And, you know, there's some very she members clubs that probably have as much drugs in there than they do in nightclubs. Nightclubs always get the bad rap. It's difficult. It's a difficult conversation to have. I mean, you know, there's a lot of cocaine that goes around in, you know, drinking spots in the city on Thursday nights. I think it's hard. I think to focus on a club scene feels a bit discriminatory when there's a drug problem that goes way beyond the dance floor. I think that was far more, if I'm really honest, I think it was far more about the opening of the Museum of London than it was about Fabric.
Oh, interesting.
That's my theory. Yeah, they wouldn't want Fabric, but Fabric owned the freehold. So there's nothing you can do about it. But I think the Museum of London is a huge, you know, important regeneration of that part of London, and I'm all behind it. I live in Clerkenwell, and I think Smithfields is fantastic, but I think there was a lot more to that.
If you're wondering where this clip is coming from, look up People Are Deep on YouTube.